Might be easy. It might be a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, but then the battle, I think, for silver and bronze, Korea, Ecuador, USA are the three countries that are sort of spring to my mind right now. Here's Shania's opening attempt, 95 kilos for her.
Ooh, nice opener.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Kick it forward just a hair, but it's an opening lift. Sometimes it happens.
A little hop to the right. No, 95 kilos is a weight that she's made at her last 2 competitions. That's her final lift that she's made. So to be opening there and making it look like that is very strong. I mean, she did snatch over 100 kilos. She's done that once. That was at the World Championships last year at 101. But if she can get around that 100 and then push to a new personal best, maybe attempt 130, big personal records that would be for her in the total.
There we go. We're going to get some movement now.
Yeah, a little bit of jumping. Now with just 9 athletes, this session, could feel to move a little bit quicker, a little bit pacier.
Yeah, we've got basically everyone pretty tight here in this sub 100 kilo snatch. I think we're probably going to see a lot of athletes basically either opening there or taking that slightly more than 100 on their seconds.
Right.
Colombia is being called as a lifter, but we'll see if Sinisterra. Nope, she moves. Yeah, this is pretty expected. We saw the same kind of thing in 71s yesterday. Just every single athlete basically using every attempt change they could, creeping up and trying to stay in the mix there.
Yeah.
All right, 98 now. Let's see if that holds for Ecuador.
The different tactics that athletes use for this sort of competition. You look at someone like Meredith, who at the Grand Prix, she had to be aggressive. At a competition like this, where she knows that there's an opportunity for a medal, maybe has to be a little bit more conservative with the openers and build a total rather than going all out in the hopes of, dislodging a fellow athlete for an Olympic spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Quinones, 98 kilos.
Oh, very strong.
Little hop forward, hits it, quite horizontally out with the hips, but he jumps into the exact right spot. Yeah,
the problem there with that little bit of horizontal movement is that as the weight gets heavier, it's going to exaggerate that more. If the athletes can't get control of the pull, can't get the bar to stay over their area of base, the foot, and they start moving forward, more weight only makes that happen even worse.
So in the back room, we have Sara Ahmed is still stretching. Kim Su-hyeon up to 65 kilos for a muscle snatch double. I guess she's doing the tactic that we've seen a lot of athletes adopt over the last few years of building up to a fast-moving but relatively heavy muscle snatch, dropping back down and building up in the snatch.
Yeah, a little primer move before they actually snatch.
Yeah, focus on speed, bar path.
Seems to have been popularized by Lasha, I would say.
Yeah, and then we saw Lesman Paredes started doing it. He now does it before every snatch session, but also in the back room.
Two men who are no slouch in the snatch, I'd say.
No, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they've done well for themselves.
Meredith snatched 85 kilos. She's got 90 kilos now loaded in the back.
Yeah, she's probably going to stay close to that 100 opener then.
This 99 is a very solid lift for Shania, but it also sets her up for a personal best on her 3rd attempt if she makes it.
Oh, little forward, but makes the adjustment.
Yeah, that's great. Bit of a wobble sort of in the hips and shoulders, but elbows stayed perfectly locked out. It's a great lift.
So 99, we're going to probably cross that 100 kilo mark now, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
The question is, where do these athletes start? We have 4 athletes set to open at 100. We'll see who actually takes it and then who goes for the 101 increase. First called for 100 is going to be Dilaranaran from Turkey. Looks like she's in the tunnel. She's the first out.
First attempt. Alwine, USA next.
Yep, here comes Dilara Narin. Took a silver medal at the European Championships this year, snatched 101 kilos there, personal best of 103, but that's as a heavier 81 kilo lifter. At this body weight, this is a very heavy lift.
Ooh, comfortable though, a
Yeah.
little forward.
Go forward again.
She sinks into that really well at the bottom. Very good bottom position.
Interesting in the back room, I guess the pace of having to warm up on time. Meredith missed 90 kilos and then just went straight up to 95, which is now loaded. She hasn't taken it yet, but it doesn't build a lot of confidence if you miss and have to go up, but sometimes there's just not time to hang around and retake lift.
Potentially a timing issue.
Yeah.
She's being called for 100. Unless she planned to open above that, she is the lifter.
Yeah, because she always at 100, or did she just drop down to that?
She was at 100 from the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's bumped.
moved up.
Yeah, maybe she does need a bit more time to
102.
get a lift in.
Sara 100.
She made 106 in training.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can
very
see how-
comfortable.
Very long legs, short torso, but she's got such great depth.
Yeah, that was a big pull for her.
100 kilos. Loaders, please, 100 kilos.
So her teammate, Helen Escobar, will be the last one here at 100 if she stays there.
Well, Meredith has now made 95 kilos in the back room, which is good.
Yeah.
Bumped up to 100, which she'll seem to likely hit before she comes out. Sara Ahmed, 65 kilo muscle snatch plus snatch. Loaded up 75 now, so she doesn't look to be any pain in the back room, which is great news. So I think we might see her. Well, she's certainly going to come out. How much she decides to push for, we don't yet know.
Yeah, I could see Ahmed basically just coming out and taking a kilo over the last snatch.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe 110 might be the lightest, I imagine she'll open at, but
Yeah.
that'll probably be a few kilos over, but she could then just stick there, we'll see.
Yeah, see all of the movement here, all these athletes taking different attempts, bumping up a little bit. Finally it settles on Quinones here with 101. 3 kilo jump from her opener.
Well, 106 is a lift that she has made as well. Been dealing with some knee injuries in both knees, but she seems in good shape now.
Ooh.
Oh, it's very loopy.
Yeah, a big loop on the top of the pull, and when it came down, she just was not tight.
Yeah, that right elbow buckled, bar came down onto the traps, onto the upper back, sort of thing that sort of miss that often looks like it's more painful than it actually feels when it happens to you. And the heaviest sort of drop of the bar on an athlete is probably with Steiner.
Oh,
It was 2:0 something.
yeah, 196 and 202, and he would do it at almost, he missed the same way at so many meets as a 105. He missed like that in Vancouver, and then again in 2008, and then again in 2012. That actually was, I think, the last lift he did. But had a remarkable comeback. He made that final 258 to win the 2008 Olympics. So Alwine now being called out as the lifter for 102. This is probably close to what she'd open with. I imagine she's going to take this because I believe her best snatch in competition is around 107. Oh, she's moved up. She's going to play an aggressive game there.
Yeah. Well, we have now seen footage of Meredith making 100 kilos in the back room. I think it's chances of wobbling her right elbow there, actually,
Yeah.
Max, I think.
Yeah, she has a tendency to let that bar crash on her a bit in the catch.
She told us, though, that she has made 110 kilos in training, which is the first time she's made that in several years. So she's in good shape. This will be a new personal best for Shania, a 1 kilo international record. Oh, can she hold on?
It was a better pull all around, but
Yeah.
I think it almost caught her off guard. It was going back so far.
Yeah, the speed that bar comes off the hips is amazing. Very powerful athlete. But she's been looking good in training. 104 in the snatch, 131 in the clean and jerk. These are weights she's not yet hit in competition, so maybe today we'll see a big clean and jerk. Quinones now.
She missed the 101. It did come down on her pretty aggressively. She's bumped to 102, though. She was a bit loopy. That last one swung out a lot and came down pretty hard in the catch.
That's a one.
Yep.
There we go.
Much better.
So solid overhead to be able to hold that with a little bit of movement. You know, she described her training as a mixture of everything. She said it's hard work, you laugh, you cry, you enjoy it, but you just keep on going. And that was a great demonstration of that after a miss to come out and hit that 102 make. So I think we will see Meredith come out now at 103 kilos. This seems likely. Kim Su-hyeon now has 95 kilos loaded on the bar. Sara Ahmed at 90.
Alwine is a world champion.
Yeah, 2021.
Just
a little bit forward.
Yeah, well, she cut the pole there. You could see it. She's right at the top. Did not finish, follow through on that at all.
Yeah, a little hop back out of the way, it seemed.
Yeah. Yeah, just rushed.
I mean, in the training hall, do you remember? It was 105? I think she made.
Yeah, it was
a
something
few days
pretty
ago,
heavy.
about a week ago, and then most impressively, 141 in the clean and jerk.
Yeah.
She said that's the most that she's hit all year. Might be the most she's almost ever hit. Escobar Aguirre now. 103. That's for her opening attempt. Another athlete whose best snatch this year is 106.
Oh, a little forward there.
Soft in the elbows. Yeah, that right elbow was not the most loyal elbow we've seen.
3 reds, yeah. Very similar to Alwine there. She just shorted the pull a little bit. She was a little quicker getting under and getting up. But if the elbow's unlock, it's not going to hold.
Kim Su-hyeon in the back room looking fantastic. She just made 95 kilos look effortless. And she has the second heaviest opener. Only 3 athletes left to open up. We have Arriaga from Ecuador and Kim Su-hyeon, and then of course Sara Ahmed of Egypt. Sarah looking good, has 95 in the back room, looking very comfortable for her. We expect that she'll open up at around that 110 kilo mark. Probably win with that opening lift. Dilara now, second attempt for Turkey.
She made that first one a little bit forward, but she sank super deep into the squat and was able to make it. Yep, much better than the first.
Yeah, that's a great lift.
Shakes out the hand there. I wonder if she's got a little bit of something going on the wrist. Sara here opening. She opened at 100, made that, taking the 3 kilo jump here.
Huge personal best if she makes this. We've never actually seen her go over 94 kilos until today.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What
me.
a save that was.
The longest arms, the widest grip.
It went back, it went forward. She was moving. What an incredible fight there.
And just her sort of biomechanics, her positioning in that catch. Her shin, she doesn't push her knees very far forward. Yeah, she just has deep hips, such a acute angle in the hips in that catch.
You know, and the elbows as well. Watch this here. Turns it over, elbows forward, pushes the bar, readjusts. What a great lift.
Yeah, what an athlete. Meredith Alwine here now. Spoken to her a lot in the training hall. She's in great shape coming into this. You know, personal best in the back squat after 5 years of trying. Personal best in the clean and jerk.
Yep, forward again. She's rushing the end of the pull, and you can see she's just not getting the bar back behind her head on the turnover.
Yeah.
This is frustrating for her, for sure.
She did mention a nagging sort of shoulder injury in the right shoulder, which I suppose could be, you know, without her even realizing, causing her to, as you say, short the pull a little bit. Maybe it's just more of a feature of how she tends to lift.
Now Escobar repeating the 103. She did press it out. Similar to Alwine, she was just a little bit shy on the end of the pull. Up, much better than the first.
Yeah, that was way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, elbows are absolutely fine on that one. It's a good lift, 103. Only 2 athletes to come out. Interestingly, Sara Ahmed just missed 100 kilos in the back room and then took it again and made it. I imagine that was just a bizarre technical error. Not a sign of approaching max weights or anything.
Alwine's going to come out for her 3rd attempt at 103. First one was forward. Second one, the same forward.
Yeah, her best ever international snatch is actually 104 kilos. So, you know, when you put it like that, it is a heavy weight for her here.
This is a big lift.
And she did that when she became world champion. She's won 7 international meets in her life. That's the one.
So easy.
Oh, if only she'd done that the first time.
Yeah, she has to be relieved and frustrated at the same time. A mix of emotions for sure.
I mean, the good news for Meredith is that she's a clean and jerker.
Yeah, very true.
She's always lagged behind a little bit compared to some of her teammates in the snatch. But she can take, maybe not the last attempt here in the clean and jerk. That's going to go to Egypt. But behind Sara Ahmed, it's going to be her being able to load up whatever it is that she needs to get the medal that she wants.
Yeah, absolutely. Kim Su-hyeon now, 104.
Yeah, she made 100 as her heaviest weight. Warmed up a touch early, so dropped down and hit a single at 85 kilos. Here she is at 104. She's a very expressive athlete, always a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, just a pleasure to experience.
Yeah, well, she's been known to, dance on the platform after making good lifts, and, she does all sorts. Very powerful athlete. Brilliant.
Yeah, very solid.
Yeah.
A big smile there. She knows she's doing well. So now we're going to see kind of this battle here for the medals in the snatch.
Right. Yeah, Sara Ahmed just took 105 in the back room. She's taken small jumps. She did 103, then she did 105. I think maybe a similar situation where
I could see her.
She either warmed up early or she didn't want to get warm up too late, so she just got there a little bit earlier. Now she's taking smaller jumps. She's so strong, she can do that.
Yeah, she could just kind of chip her way up towards her opener.
Yeah, 103, 105. See what happens after these next, probably 4 or 5 lifts, and then open up around that 110 mark. Here's Ariaga, opening attempt now, 105 kilos. She snatched 111 kilos this year in training, she told us.
Oh, wow. Right off the floor, her hips came up and that bar was just forward.
Yeah. Yeah, something a little odd. I'd like to see a slow-mo right around that finish, that power position. Whether it was an early locking of the knees or a late finish or a delayed pull under, I'm not sure, but it looked a little bit stilted right at the end of the pull.
Yeah, you can see it almost, it doesn't have that feel of the athlete staying connected to the barbell through the pole pull. They're not delivering that smooth application of force to the bar into the ground, accelerating as they go. Kind of a very fast pull off the ground and then
a sudden sort of horizontal change in direction. A
more choppy second pull. So she remains the lifter at 105 because this is her second attempt, and everyone else here, with the exception of Ahmed and Kim, are asking for 105. Yeah. Presumably they're going to wait and see.
See what happens.
We're probably going to see a lot of attempts within the next kilo or two.
Sara Ahmed has just hit 105 in the back room, and it looks pretty good. Maybe not the sort of weight that makes you think she'll come out at 115, but certainly she can open up around that 110 mark with a decent amount of confidence. So she'll retake this.
Oh, similar to the first, but still a little better. More control. She obviously made the lift. The question really becomes how much more can she do from there? Where can she go? We're going to see a lot of attempts here in this 105 to 107 range for sure.
You You just see there that hot back,
Yeah.
and then the need to chase that bar out. Yeah, so what do you think? Will athletes jump up? No. Well,
Lara's choosing
yet.
the 105. First one she made a little bit forward. Second one was great. She can repeat what she did there right here on 105. Just a little forward. You could see her hop out in front there to get under the bar.
Middle lift, 980. Lowers, please, 105 kilos.
Both the Colombians have 105 in as their third attempt.
And
Both made 103 on their seconds.
Both of them have snatched 106 as the best this year in training. So if we see this 105 made, I think you can bet that Aguirre is going to jump to 106 for her third attempt to move ahead. Potentially end up with a medal as well, we'll see. Sara Ahmed continuing to make small jumps, 100, 103, 105. She just made 107. Just slowly inching her way up to that opening attempt.
Sinistero 105. Out in front.
Just
I spoke too soon. Everyone stayed at 105 here.
Yeah. Surely, well, maybe not surely, but potentially Aguirre will jump up to 106 because 105 has been made. 106 is maybe likely to end up being a medal.
Yeah. You know, a lot of attempt selection really comes down to giving yourself the best possibility of winning. You know, if you don't have the strongest lift, if you know you can't beat somebody outright, you know, then you take the most you can, get yourself into the highest position before other people lift, and hope for the best in your situation.
Small jumps here, but indeed we have gone up to 106. It's a smart call. Here's Kim Su-hyeon. Smaller jump than I'd imagined, but she's got a stronger clean and jerk than almost everybody here.
Yeah. Mel, 106 also puts her ahead of Paredes as well.
Yeah.
So maybe she's just playing that game. She knows that Ahmed's going to come out here and pretty much win this if she makes lifts.
Always such a joy to watch.
Oh,
what
nice
a fight.
snatch.
Oh, she's so pleased with it.
Yeah.
What a fight. What a pull.
So solid. Yeah, that was a smart attempt, that 106. She's currently in the lead with 106.
Yeah.
This would force everyone at least to have to take 107 to surpass her.
Oh, Aguirre's not going to take the
happen,
risk.
Yeah.
You know, this is her equal to her training best. Anything more might be a bit too much.
Yeah, the first one was out in front. The second one was barely there. This is a big lift for her. Oh, wow. Phenomenal.
Amazing. I'd love to see an angle from the front. She got 3 wides, so we don't need to see it. Presumably it was as good a lock as we hoped.
That right elbow doesn't quite have the same lockout as the left. So.
Right.
But wow, what a great attempt.
107 for Ahmed in the back room. Again, looks
easy.
It's all right, yeah. She's definitely hurt herself a little bit about a week ago. She doesn't look how she Well, she looked last week, and then she took a few days off from the training hall, maybe almost a week actually since she's been in there.
That 106 is currently second place in the snatch for Escobar. Paredes has a chance to pass it here at 107.
If she doesn't make it,
it means a medal for Escobar.
Yeah.
Nope, it wasn't there. So,
Still beats her teammate by 3 kilos, the 2 Ecuadorians and the 2 Colombians. Escobar beat Sinistera by 3.
Sara Ahmed dropping down to 108.
Yeah.
Yeah, this makes sense. She's only going to take what she needs to win here.
Well, it might not win. We'll see. You know, it's possible that Kim Su-hyeon. Oh no, Kim's.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's odd.
Oh yeah, they got that slightly wrong.
Yeah, there we go.
Here she comes. Maybe they didn't realise that she'd put in that chain to drop down until she was already there and ready to go. Kim now will face a choice of whether to jump to 109 or just stick with the 108.
Yeah, well, she can watch and see what shape Ahmed's in here on the platform. She's obviously watched her in the warm-ups as we have.
So the reigning world champion with the best international snatch of 117 opens up now at 108.
Easy.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, very, very strong.
Yeah, she's got a strong pull. She's extremely fast. A great feel for the bar.
Yeah, just a different level of lifter here.
Yeah,
caliber.
Yeah, you know, we say it often. We'll say it again. There are just levels to this game. You know, you can watch athletes at almost any level of competition, right from the domestic level all the way up to here, and be so impressed with how athletes move.
Yep.
And then there's always another level to go up.
So a little bit of a game here. Kim Su-hyeon is putting 109 on.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
It's a smart move. It's about the highest she possibly could snatch here.
Well, that's fun.
She's going to get herself ahead of Ahmed if she makes it, and then it's really, you know, just hoping that Ahmed maybe only had the 108.
Well, it's a lift that she can make.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
equals her best. Sorry, no, it doesn't. Her best is 111 from 2019, but she hit the 109 at the Asian Championships just 4 months ago, so she must be feeling some level of confidence to be able to come and try and hit it again, knowing that she's done it so recently.
Gets herself right, focuses on what she needs to.
Yeah, she's an athlete who really focuses on mindset. She told us that she's been overcoming her injuries with positive energy.
109 for the lead.
Oh, it's an amazing fight, but it's not going to count, unfortunately.
It's unfortunate. That's not
just
going to hold.
Too much of a press out. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing not only to be able to lift that kind of weight, but also to be able to press it out so much. It wasn't a minor press either.
Yeah, it's quite strong, actually, to have caught 109 like that and then press it out. So Ahmed is in the lead, and she's withdrawn from the last 2 attempts, it looks like.
So she has.
Yeah, she's literally coming in here just for the wins. Obviously, if she's hurting, that's a smart move.
Let's just hope that hasn't thrown off the opening timing for Shania Bedwood. I mean, she's got long enough now, 10 minutes to course correct in case she was planning on having an extra sort of 3 minutes rest there. But
she might want to skip one of those lighter weights.
You can
get right to the bar.
You don't need to take 50 kilos too many times when you're going to be clean and jerking in the 120s. You can just jump up.
Yeah, the final snatch warm up, maybe a few kilos off that, strip a bumper off and start with a clean and jerk.
So the gold in the snatch to Sara Ahmed. No surprises there, really. The only surprise being that it was only 108 kilos. She hit her opener and declined her next 2 lifts. Kim Su-hyeon with the silver at 106. She did that on a second attempt. And so Escobar will take the bronze. She also made 106, but it's very tight. We have a 105. We've got a couple of 3 103s from Delara, Meredith Alwine, and Sinistera as well. So it's very tight. You know, only 9 kilos separates first through to 9th right now.
Yeah, this is a close session. 3 very strong clean and jerkers. Definitely at the top, though. Sara Ahmed, we assume, though, based on the snatch, I imagine she's only going to take maybe a kilo over what everyone else finishes at. Possibly. We'll see, actually. And we know Alwine's gone into the 140s, the low 140s, before. Kim, as well, has a shot there.
Yeah, you know, Meredith has missed 2 of her snatches, but she's actually still in a good position because of that clean and jerk.
Yeah.
You know, she might not be able to overtake Kim Su-hyeon right now, who's 3 kilos ahead in the snatch and is also a very strong clean and jerker. They're right around the same level, sort of high 30s, maybe touching on the 140 on an international level. But athletes like Paredes Arriaga, you know, she's only 2 kilos up in the snatch, but she's not clean and jerking with Meredith. Same with Delara Narin. Same with Sinistera. So certainly Meredith, here she is now, in with a shout at a medal in the total, and certainly in the clean and jerk. That's a good lift.
Yeah, so smooth, so solid there. It's unfortunate it took 3 attempts. She gave up a few kilos there in the snatch. There's Sara Ahmed.
Who was Meredith's coach before she moved to Danny Camargo?
Travis Mash.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she was, I believe she was out of
Mash Elite.
Mash Elite.
But never there, just a remote athlete?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe he had some training camps or something.
Yeah. Wow, look at that press
So
out.
close. You know, the only athlete that seems to start the lift and end the lift with a smile, no matter what happens.
No matter what. Yeah, lots of love for Kim Su-hyeon around this venue. You know, she's been doing it for a long time, and when you lift with that level of energy, people remember you.
Yeah.
They get excited to see you compete again. It's something that you need to have in sport. You need to have these memorable athletes, these emotional moments on the platform. We've seen Kim Su-hyeon crying. We've seen her cracking jokes with competitors in the back room. We've seen her laughing. I mean, so many different emotions. You just get to see how she really feels in the moment. There's nothing being hidden there.
Yeah, a lot of interesting characters in weightlifting for sure. We almost, you know, you think about maybe the sergeant as well.
Yep, Sergeant Matarosian.
Someone who seems to just have a very upbeat, positive demeanor, really, no matter what's going on.
Yeah, he really does. Very happy man. Hoja Mohammed Toychev,
Yep.
Another one.
Just winning. These folks are just winning regardless of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've seen him before. If there's cake being served for dessert, that
He's
man's
there.
happy. You
He's
know,
there.
we've seen him put back more cake than you would reasonably imagine a man could.
He's a man of advanced size, though, so I would expect that.
Well, the bigger the better in that category. Five minutes now to go until we open things back up. Shania Bedwood with 117 kilos written in for her opening attempt. She may well bump that a little bit, but I think we'll probably see a little bit of a back and forth between the 2 athletes, Bedwood and Quinones from Ecuador, before we get to the pack, really. I mean, everyone bar 2 between 128 and 130 once we get past those first, you know, Shania and Quinones.
Yeah, this could be a podium with quite a few athletes on it.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen there's just a mix. Good snatching, only a few kilos really separating these lifters. Actually, really, 2 kilos separates first from third in the snatch.
Yeah, there's maybe 4 or 5 athletes who could get the bronze here, or the silver.
Yeah.
It's if you don't make a 3 list, it's not happening. in the clean and jerk, but probably Kim Su-hyeon and Meredith Alwine, as we've mentioned, are the athletes looking at silver and bronze behind Sara Ahmed.
Yeah, you know, we saw Ahmed drop down from 115 to 108. I think the question will become, what shape is she in the clean and jerk? What shape does she feel she's in as well? We'll see.
Well, Shania Bedwood already at 110 kilos. She just made that in the training hall. In the warm-up room. She has 116 kilos now loaded on the bar. So 117 seems like an unlikely opening attempt. Probably more like 120. She'll hit 116 in the next 30 seconds to a minute, which gives her a perfect 2.5 minutes rest. You can come out, open up, look strong around that 120 mark. You know, as these competitions come towards the sort of the later part with these heavier athletes, the training hall gets a little bit quieter, and everybody who's here working on these events gets a little bit more time to explore the city. You know, today we went to, I think, what's known as maybe the best coffee place in Riyadh, and I went with a real coffee expert who was talking to me about cold ice strips, and it's like being in chemistry class again.
Yeah.
You know, you have all of these glass beakers everywhere and pipettes, and I think I saw a Bunsen burner at one point. You know, but great coffee. Multiple types of coffee actually that they have here in Riyadh. The more traditional one, which we spoke to somebody yesterday about it. They serve coffee here to all of the fans and those of us in the media, and we told them that they liked it, and they talked to us about how they make it, and it's just a little bit different. You know, it's these very light, pale coffee beans that are roasted but not for long, ground up, and then they mix in, was it cardamom and
a few spices,
different spices all mixed in.
It's almost like a tea.
Yeah, it tastes nothing like coffee.
Yeah, nothing like maybe the Turkish coffee.
No.
Something a little more popular we've had. We had that in Albania a few years back, well, last year. Time really flies.
It does.
When you go through this many competitions, Europeans to Asians to worlds.
Yeah, well, the subjective sort of feeling of time at these competitions also just not linear at all. You know, when you come to them, the first few days seem to take a long time. You can't believe that you've got 18 days in a new country filming and commentating, and then suddenly you hit your stride, and the next week and a half, the sort of middle 60% just flies by, and before you know it, you're 3 or 4 days out from leaving and realizing that you've got to start appreciating everything, making sure that you don't regret or wish your time away too much.
Down to the final minute here before we start the clean and jerk portion of this women's 76A session.
So Dilara Narin at 85 kilos, Meredith Alwine at 65. Actually now at 85, just made the 65. Almost, maybe a little on the early side to be at 85 kilos for Meredith, considering she'll be opening up above 130 kilos.
Yeah, that does actually seem pretty early.
But the only thing worse than warming up too soon is warming up too late.
Yeah, we've seen that happen as well. A lot of these sessions become more difficult to time as far as warm-ups and openers the closer everyone's attempts get, because a jump in one lifter moving up a couple kilos could throw everyone off, or 2 or 3 lifters moving up a kilo could quickly change your warm-up time. She's gone to 119 here. Bedward.
$131 kilos is the weight she told us she's made in training.
We'll hop forward, but a strong clean.
Yeah,
A lot of strength. But the bar is moving forward a little bit on her. Whoa.
Yeah, she got one red. Yeah, and as I thought, the jury are stopping, unfortunately. Yeah. Her right elbow, you know, not quite right. You know, when we spoke to her about what she's focusing on at the moment in training, she sort of recognized that she has a lot of strength, but she can't really unlock it until she improves her technique, which is a great way to sort of look at it. Improve your technique, unlock your strength. But that lift there, her right elbow, I believe, is the cause of that red light and then the jury intervention.
A little late to get to complete lockout. She caught the bar, and then that right one follows through. That's a tough situation because it's probably something that the athlete's unaware of. You know, that she's got a great, almost hyperextension there in the lockout. That right arm basically finishes locking after she's caught the bar. Yeah, no lift for Shania Edward. Even if she was going to go up, this is smart to let the loaders put 119 back on the bar.
Yeah.
They're on the stage, moving the plates around. She wants more rest. She's definitely going to get it. Edward's going to have a 2-minute clock now.
Yeah.
She'll follow herself.
There's plenty of time, really.
Yeah.
Sitting and waiting for that long. In the back room, we see Meredith is now at 105 kilos.
That does seem very fast.
Yeah. Delara Narin, 95. It does seem a little early. I mean, she's likely to take...
I mean, she could be wrapping up the clean and jerk portion of this.
Yeah.
You know, with her strength levels.
She's at 105. She'll open it around the 133 range, you'd have thought. She'll probably jump to 15. Would she jump from 115 to 125, or is she going to take 5 kilo jumps from there?
Possibly. She's taken 20 kilo jumps now. So at some point she's got to trim that down. So Bedward now has a minute left.
A reminder that this is not an Olympic category. The Olympic category is on the women's side, 49, 59, 71, 81, and then, well, it will be referred to as plus 81, but right now it's the plus 87s. And so athletes competing here are not getting into Olympic rankings unless they lift such massive weights that they end up ranking high enough in the heavier 81 kilo category, but that's unlikely.
Yeah, that would require a monumental lifts. So she's going to repeat the 119. Smart move.
Yeah, she used all of her rest there.
Oh, smooth, clean, a little tough in the recovery. She had to rock back on her heels.
That looks better.
Yeah.
Much better. Yeah, her right elbow just snapped into full extension. Very good.
There she is. Three whites, sorry. I had a chance to speak to her coach, the man behind her there. Speaking of unlocking strength, he told me a story about in Canada there's a former Turkish lifter named Dursun Sevinç who at 77 kilos front squatted 280.
Oh my word. Oh, yes, I've seen him before. Is he the athlete with the longest torso in weightlifting?
Yeah, well, so her coach told me that Sevinç claims to have a VHS tape in Turkey somewhere, maybe with Bigfoot and evidence of aliens, where he's front squatting 320.
No, I'm afraid that's one line too far.
he told me he'd be willing to pay him $5,000 US for it, and so the video has not surfaced.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, 320 front squat, even if the person weighed
I don't even think
90 or 100 kilo category, I'd be absolutely stunned.
Even Lasha would even do that number.
Quinones now, big jump. She just went from 121 to 124. Which means that Bedward is also going to be making a 5 kilo jump at the minimum.
.124. Good clean.
Yeah.
Right into the jerk.
Yeah, that's very strong.
Yeah, solid opening lift.
Real stamp of authority, that front foot. Great lockout. You know, maybe a little bit slow to start pulling under. She meets the bar, and the bar's got a lot of downward speed already.
Yeah.
Just hits her at the bottom of the clean a little bit. But she looks good for more. Shania Bedward next. Final lift, 124 kilos. If successful, 223. But I think she's going to bump up again. Wow, 126 she's asking for.
So a lot of athletes here in these mid 120 range. Right now, Jimenez is the lifter.
Yeah, she made 130 kilos in training, so 126.
That's going to move up.
Oh, wow.
Bedward now the lifter, 126.
Yeah, here she comes again.
Giving her one final sort of pep talk. $7-kilo jump from her last lift. Big pull, but tough recovery.
Oh, I mean, from this angle, that's looking great right now.
Looked to be a solid jerk. And she's got 3 whites.
There we go.
Jury stop.
Again.
A bit frustrating. It's a little hard for us to identify from our angle. We're a little below and pretty far to the side.
Yeah.
That right arm, though, may not have locked. Let's see that replay. Oh, maybe it was the left arm this time.
Yeah, it's tough to tell from that angle.
Wow, we took that from her.
Oh,
that's a shame.
A little bit harsh.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, Bedward will end there with 99, 119, a 218 total. It's far from her best, unfortunately. In the back room, Sara Ahmed has 65 kilos loaded, Kim Su-hyeon 85. Meredith 115. Galara, I would have thought will not be coming out now because, yeah, there she is. She's bumped up to 130 kilos. We might see a few athletes do this.
So this would be Escobar's opener at 128. Nope, she's moved.
Oh, Sinistera first.
Yeah, there's just a lot of moving around here.
Yep, she's bumped up. So it is now Escobar.
Now Escobar. See if she jumps on the bandwagon and moves up as well. Yep, she moved also. So Escobar's bumped to 32. Sinistera would be the lifter at 29. I guess this is potentially going to be right at 130 pretty quickly. Does Sinistera take 129? Nope. Yeah, she moved up. Quinones now at 129. This is a 5-kilo jump. I would assume she's going to take this lift. Although we don't see her yet. Nope. She
No,
moved
another
as well.
change. And finally, we're up at 130. You know, maybe Meredith is right, although she's likely going to bump up her opener as well. She's now at 120 kilos in the back room. Dilara Narin at 125. So she's probably going to bump up again. We're just going to see this round just as athletes move up. They don't want to come out too early.
Nope.
So she's, no, she is coming out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 125 she made in the back room. $133 kilos, the most she made as an 81 kilo athlete. She did that last year for a bronze medal at the European Championships, but she's coming off the back of a silver medal. A little forward.
Yeah, steps to get under it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Now she got the down signal and then
Well, she stepped forward. I don't know. She gets one red.
the jury not even, no movement whatsoever. I think that's all good.
Yeah, it just looked a bit odd.
Yeah, it looked like she, well, I think she did lose control, but it was after the down signal and she just...
Wow. What a save by the bell there.
Yeah. Yes. So Meredith, will she come out here? It seems...
I have to imagine she's going to go for a big clean and jerk. You know,
yeah, I think she'll come out a little bit after.
She's behind pretty far in the snatch.
Right around the 133 mark, I would have thought. She has bumped up.
So Sinistera now.
Yeah,
at
133 is what Meredith has asked for. Oh my
Wow.
word, what a heavy attempt
Yeah.
to be opening with.
Big pull, but that bar crashed on her so far. Elbows almost touched the knees as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens with that short torso and worse ankle mobility than most athletes. The knees are just so high up compared to the torso. It's tough to get the elbows out of the way.
So her teammate coming out right now. Quinones for her second attempt, 130. She's taking a 6 kilo jump here.
That's better than the last attempt we just saw. Oh!
Wow. She looks to be okay.
Yeah, she escaped a position that you don't see very often in weightlifting. Head, you know, not just under, but really trapped under the bar.
Yeah, that was a bit.
She got it out of the way.
A bit scary.
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking. We'll see what that does to her psychologically.
She looks more frustrated than anything else,
Yeah.
I think.
Normally when the bar comes down behind the head, you can just very quickly push yourself out the way, but it happened so unexpectedly.
Yeah.
She was in that position for a little bit longer than we'd like to see.
Yeah, if the arms just unlock, there's really nothing you can do to resist the downward motion of the bar. So You've got to get out of the way. All right, Sinistera here missed 130 on the clean on her opener here. She's repeating the weight. She has a strong pull. She's just got to catch a strong, fast bounce out of the hole. There it is.
That's much better.
How's the jerk?
The re-rack. Oh, it's closer than the last one, of course. She actually got up with it. The jerk wasn't far off.
She's close to a good position, just doesn't have the strength while she's there to support the weight. Yeah,
You know, that re-rack that is so traditional of the athletes from the Pan American region. We haven't seen a lot of this competition yet. You know, that classic Colombian re-rack, the lowering of the elbows, the sliding out the hands.
So Quinones out again now for 130.
That second attempt was a bit nerve-wracking. It was a strong clean, though. If she makes this, she moves up to 232 kilos. Not quite the lead, but it's not far off. Of course, we still have 5 athletes to come out.
Hops forward, crashes on her chest. She's fought it. She's holding.
That's brilliant.
What a comeback from that last one.
What a split. She just drops the back knee, hips sink down. Not a lot of drive on that jerk, but she gets under it so well.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating. Took her 3 tries to make that opening clean and jerk.
So Meredith with 125 in the back room and max that clean looks very, very comfortable. Jerk looked
pretty typical. She's a very strong jerker as well.
Kim Su-hyeon at 125 in the back room with 130 kilos loaded. Okay, so she didn't get up with the first attempt. The second attempt, she got to the jerk and just narrowly missed the lockout. She seems to be quite upset about that. Let's see if she can switch it back on for this final lift now.
Sinistera's 130. She has to make this to stay in the competition. Oh, she's under. Can she fight it?
It's going to be a 5 kilo personal best if she makes this. Oh, that was even closer than the last. Stepped out in front so well. Oh, you could see how disappointed she is. You know, all of the work, the years of effort that go into this. The sacrifices made, and she just wasn't able to get a clean and jerk. Huge personal best in the snatch, though. 9 kilo record for her internationally.
Yeah, just crushing to have that happen. So now 131 will be the number. Paredes here out for her opener. She only made 1 snatch at 105. Wasn't enough to get in the medals there.
But she's only a kilo behind those medalists.
Yep.
So she's in with a shout. But she has to try and beat Kim Su-hyeon and Meredith Alwine.
Yep.
2 very strong athletes. It's a good clean.
Oh, pretty solid jerk. Yeah. You know, her pull is a little uncharacteristic, almost a hitch there in the middle.
Well, we said it on the snatch as well.
Yeah. Just that position she gets into over the bar so far when the bar is around the knee or mid-thigh. If she's transitioning, there's almost like a hesitation, somewhat reminiscent of, say, David Fischerov even. They look similar here. Watch this clean.
know, in that jerk, she sits her hips back when she goes to catch it, but just very quickly scoots them back forward. 132 is the weight on the bar. We have word that Meredith Alwine has now moved to the waiting area. She's ready to go. She made 130 in the back room. Sara Ahmed has 125 loaded. This, the opening attempt for Escobar. She knows that she can medal at this World Championships, but she's going to have to beat out athletes like Kim Su-hyeon, Meredith Alwine, even Arriaga.
Smooth, clean.
Yeah.
Pushes that jerk behind the head very nicely at the end.
Yeah, she doesn't have a great lockout, but I think that's just how she is. She just can't fully extend that elbow, so it might have looked soft, but it wasn't wobbly.
She's in a great spot with her snatch. That 106 gives her a little bit of a cushion for anyone else trying to pass her with a stronger clean and jerk and a weaker snatch.
Yeah, 238, that puts her on, which of course gets her into the lead. It will be Meredith out next with 133 kilos, which will not put her into the lead, but it will put her into the running. She'll be in contention.
Oh, she's moved.
Wow, she's going up now.
I suspect she might have wanted 135.
So Kim Su-hyeon has dropped then from 135 to 133. They've just switched around. Meredith now up at 135.
You know, from Meredith's point of view here, she's only 3 kilos behind, like you said.
Yeah.
Both of these other people in second and third in the snatch. So if she can make up in the clean and jerk that gap, she's potentially getting into medal territory, silver, bronze in total. Kim Su-hyeon, 133.
135, the most she's made this year. She actually did that at the Asian Championships. We've seen her make as much as 138 kilos before, but this is not a light opener. Oh no!
She fell out backwards.
You know, it regularly happens to her that she'll catch that bounce and have to come and get another. But this time, she just couldn't rock back.
Yeah, you see it in the snatch. She jumps back, bars momentum moving backward. The clean, it's a lot harder to recover from that.
Still walks off with a smile. It's not ideal. It's good news for some of these other athletes, though, because Kim Su-hyeon is one of the front runners in this race.
Yeah, you know, this is going to become a battle here. Kim's lost an attempt in the clean and jerk. Escobar has a total right now, and Alwine is the strongest clean and jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, after Ahmed, it is Meredith who is the strongest athlete here. It's just with 3 kilos down in the snatch behind those other two athletes, she's going to need 4 kilos more than them in the clean and jerk to leapfrog.
Yeah. Yeah, to prevent that from happening, Kim has to make lifts. She's given up one here already at the first, 133.
Meredith's actually walked back. I think there have been a few, missed lifts that she wasn't maybe ready for, so she's just playing around with 85 kilos to stay warm. Here comes Kim, following herself.
She just rocked back on her heels on that first one. Couldn't fight to balance. Much better.
Nicer.
Yeah, solid lift. So she's in a good position here. She's currently in the lead here with 239. 1 attempt left. Escobar with 238, 2 attempts left. Alwine yet to open. And obviously Sara Ahmed with that huge 140 opener.
Well, I mean, it's very clear that the USA have come here for a medal.
Yeah.
To be opening so aggressively.
And this woman here,
she's been looking good.
Dilara Naren, with 134, this would Move her to a 237 total,
Yep,
possibly in striking distance.
on her next lift.
Yeah. And Paredes as well, sitting there with a 236. It really is just only a few kilos separating all these athletes. We'll see how it shakes out here, 134. Well, pushed it forward, but got under fine.
Oh,
Yeah, the jerk was out in front. She tried
Yeah.
to step through, the elbow unlocked. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to cut it.
no, and you know, she was going to need
Yeah.
another jump after that to get into the medals and the total, so that's probably Narin out of the running.
Yeah, this
Relief
is,
for the others.
the front runners are really starting to pull away, as those that just don't quite have the strength to make shots or make attempts at medal lifts, medal totals are going to start falling off here.
Sara Ahmed hit 125 in the clean in the back room rather than the clean and jerk. She then went up to 130. I wonder if it's the elbow that, or the shoulder that's been causing her the issues, and
Yeah.
that's why just one snatch and why she's not even jerking.
Yeah, it
right
could
now.
be.
She's certainly not going to take more lifts than she needs to. Finally, I think we're going to see Meredith Alwine come out, because Delara has bumped up to 135, which calls out Meredith, it being her first attempt. 3 other athletes want 135. 1 other wants 136, and then there's Sara Ahmed. You know, we're going to see now what sort of shape Meredith's in.
Yeah, she did hit that huge
141.
141 in the training hall.
It's a personal best for her.
Yeah.
You know, and she did that just 1 week ago.
Yeah, the question now is, how much more does she have here on the competition platform?
This, you know, as far as my memory of Meredith's competition goes, this is certainly her heaviest opener.
Yeah, this is very, very heavy for her. She's got a very strong jerk as well.
Oh dear.
She looks to be hurt.
No, that's
On the way up,
such a
she
shame. That's Meredith.
dropped the bar, grabbed her leg.
Yep, that's
You know, hopefully it's
she's done for the day, I think.
possibly just a cramp.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
it's
dry.
possible.
It's so absolutely dry here and hot. You know, any athlete who maybe wasn't hydrating. We saw a few cramps earlier, but
We saw cramps and we even saw
yeah.
them come back out.
we don't know. We have no idea what's going on, but she's on the platform. She's laying there. The doctor is palpating and spraying some cold spray on her thigh.
You know, that's the weight that she won the World Championships with 2 years ago, and here she is opening at it.
Now we hate to see this.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, she doesn't look to be in pain right now.
Yeah.
She's getting up with the help of the others, and she is, you know, it's not easy, but
being helped off now.
She's being helped off, yeah.
Gets a
I
round of
think
applause from the audience.
I think it's very unlikely that we're going to see her walk away with a medal here.
There's 3 other lifters with 135, so she does have potentially some time.
If it was a cramp, then it's very
Yeah.
possible that in 2 to 3 minutes she feels absolutely fine.
We'll see what happens here.
I think the bar looked a little
Unfortunate.
forward.
It was for
And
sure
she caught
forward.
it, you know, pushed her knees further forward than normal. She might have felt a little bit more stretched than she normally does.
So
Some of these other athletes will be feeling much better to have seen that.
yeah, Bella Paredes here, putting herself in a good position. This would give her 240, would move her into the lead on total. Big pull, bar crashes. She's struggling to get up. Wow. That's a statement from Paredes. She's at 240 now in the lead.
Oh, that's the lead, yeah.
Yeah, she's ahead of Kim and Escobar, but only by 1 and 2 kilos. We still obviously have Sara Ahmed left to come out and open. Alwine's being called out at the 135. Let's find out what happens here.
I mean, at this point, oh, yeah, it'd just be so unbelievable if she was able to come back out after
we don't really know
being in
what
such pain.
exactly happened there with her.
It almost looked as though
she's changed. Yep, she's moved to 136. I think that was
buying some time.
That was a smart move.
If it was a cramp, you could even see from when she left the platform by the time she got off the platform, she was walking better.
Yeah, you know
it was loosening.
The really challenging thing. The really challenging thing with a cramp, though, is that can it make you a little bit gun shy? Can it make you a little bit tentative? Remembering what that felt like when you racked the bar.
Yeah, we've been sent news that Meredith is currently talking to the team physio, whilst having her legs strapped. So they're going to test it out in the back room on a lighter weight.
Yeah, it sounds like it might have been a cramp then.
1 kilo jump for Delara Narin. It's very slow and it's very forward. And so that's going to be it for Narin. Unfortunately.
Loaders, please. 136 kilos.
103, 130 is what she'll end up with.
Yeah, this is a tough scenario here.
I think
if Escobar takes 36, this would bump her to 242.
Yeah.
If she's successful, that puts a bit more pressure on both Paredes and Kim, who both only have one more attempt. They would have to basically take the same weight to move ahead. But then that leaves them exposed where Escobar could go a little bit more. We'll see how this one looks, but this 136 for the lead.
Massive lift for her. It's a kilo under her best for the year.
Well,
and it looks heavy, but she's up.
Oh, she pushes the bar back.
Yeah.
Looked to be a very nice jerk for her. Does she get the whites? Yes,
yeah,
3.
All 3 whites. She moves into the lead. So, in the back room, Meredith attempted to perform an air squat, wasn't able to do it, an unloaded squat, and is done with this competition. She has now officially removed her final 2 attempts and is out of the running. So, of course, we hope that she gets better soon. 103 she ended up with in the snatch. No total for the USA here. We have 3 athletes with 3 attempts remaining, and then we have Sara Ahmed, who will look to open up for the win and decline her next attempt.
Yeah.
So it's between Escobar, Su-hyeon, and Paredes.
Paredes' time running down here, 136
Yeah, she needs
on
to make
the board.
a change quickly.
I'm not sure what's going on
She
here.
needs 138. That's the weight that she needs to be taking.
Is she going to time out? Well, it looks like they've maybe put a change in, but there's possibly an argument as to when it was put in.
Well, whatever it is, you've got to do it quick.
Now, I think the marshal there looks like he's
made the error.
Yeah, or possibly a technical malfunction.
Yeah, it looked like something wasn't working. So the clock is running out, and she is going to time out here. She's got 2 seconds, but it looks like perhaps there was a...
Yeah, we see the marshal running to the jury table.
Yeah, the change, I believe, was put in. And he is passing it by hand, the attempt changes. He's got several in his hand. I wonder if it's all stopped working.
Potentially maybe some kind of issue as far as changes.
So apparently the change was made on the wrong card.
Ah.
In that situation, you know, what happens? If the coach has made an error, do they have to live with that error, or is there a recognition that...
If they put on the wrong card, I believe they have to make some kind of correction.
Right.
That just wouldn't be that would be an interesting strategic game you could play if that was the case. Yeah, they're just going to probably make an adjustment here. I'm guessing they were asking for 137.
138, I would have thought. She needs another 3
kilos.
kilos.
That's true.
We've had an error. We're fixing it now. 136 kilos, please.
She probably put 37 in, waiting to see.
Now Kim going for 136 rather than the 137. 136 will... Well, you know, 136... It doesn't put her into the lead right now.
No, I think
Oh, is she now
Kim
making a
probably
change?
didn't have a chance to change her attempt, and that might be how they noticed the error.
Is
So-
that 137 that they've now written in?
Yeah,
Which
Kim,
seems like the right way.
yeah, Kim would want 137.
Okay, so this will put her at
243.
243 for the lead. And then,
So everyone wants 137.
yeah,
Each one of these lifts
sort of
would,
reorders it.
yeah, would change the order here. Escobar pretty much in the driver's seat here, sitting with 242 in the lead of these three athletes. But Kim is first. Kim making this lift forces the other two to have to be successful. Could also move her into the lead. 137.
Oh, and she's up with it. She's not made this lift all year. Oh, she can't hold on.
Goes from disappointment to a little bit of a dance there.
Oh, she got one white
She's
light.
still got one light. One white. I think he accidentally pushed the wrong button. He was just out of excitement.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, she gets white lights for that dance, I think, on the platform.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so 137 stays on the bar. This brings out Paredes, who's got 240 in currently as her total. She's needing to get 243 to surpass Escobar.
Well, they've both got medals now in
Yeah.
the total, which is the main thing. But as you said, this lift for potentially the silver.
So Paredes is going to come out first. 137. Definitely the less refined technician of the two. This lift would give her the lead over Escobar.
You know what? It wouldn't. They've made a.
Oh, they've made an error.
They've
Wow.
made an error. This will equal it.
It's not enough
Not
anyways.
enough anyway, yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. I wonder if that was an issue with the scorecard
Yeah.
as well.
1 more kilo would have been for the lead, but
Yeah, very odd attempt there.
it was potentially for a
Clean and jerk medal.
just for the clean and jerk
Yeah.
improvement medal, but
So
not choice.
Sarah Ahmed's dropped down to 138 now.
Yeah.
And making this lift would obviously just win the whole thing pretty easily.
Yeah, this is it. This is game over once she makes this.
Is ready, Samir, Egypt.
You know, Escobar could then jump to 141.
I was looking at that as well, but that's a wild attempt.
It's a 5 kilo jump after a 4 kilo
I mean-
jump. It's not unheard of.
It would be the move to make because she really has no one else. She's called for 140.
Yeah.
And 38. Sarah Ahmed. A little bit awkward clean
Yeah.
there. Landed on her toes.
Oh, yeah.
She's got the jerk.
Yeah, very
You know,
solid.
Escobar going
She's
for
in pain.
a 141 clean and jerk could be. She's really
Barely
not
getting off
doing
the
well here.
platform. You know, there was talk of her not even competing after getting injured during the training of this last week or two.
I think
She's not going to want to come out again.
that might be her last lift. She's not.
Well, if Escobar goes to 141, which is the right move,
Yeah.
she has to come back out.
I mean, she
Escobar
has to come
has
back
a
out
shot
if she can. I
moving.
mean,
Yeah,
walking off the platform like that is not
ideal.
is not the kind of demeanor you want to see somebody who's got to take another clean and jerk.
No,
Let's see what
she's
happens
just calling
here.
for help.
139 is on the bar. So Escobar will be the lifter at 140. Samir's probably moved up.
She needs 141.
Yeah.
This 140 would only equal what Ahmed's done.
Yeah, it doesn't move her up anywhere except in the clean and jerk.
Whereas 141, why are they doing that?
It's an odd number. 141 would be
141 would probably win, because Sara Ahmed's not going to be able to do anything else. You wouldn't have thought after that.
You know, we've seen so many of these calls at this level. An extra kilo.
1 more kilo, that could be it. This could be for the... You know, she's already guaranteed a silver. This only maintains a silver. 1 more kilo would be the gold. Well, it'd be the lead.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, maybe it's right on the edge anyway.
Big pull.
Yeah,
she's got it.
up.
No.
Didn't have it
It
in the
wasn't
jerk
there.
anyway. Which means that Ahmed's going to retire from this session also with all 3 golds. And that's going to be it for the women's 76s. I mean, we'll hang around just to make sure, but we're pretty sure that
Yeah, I don't think
Ahmed's
Ahmed
going to be done now.
is
She's
going to
got
come
the
out.
gold.
Yep, she's withdrawn.
Well, Ahmed goes 2 for 6, only takes 2, well, she goes 2 for 2 really. Takes 2 attempts and wins 3 gold medals here. Her second time winning the World Championships. 108 to 138, 246 total. Silver to Escobar from Colombia, 106, 136, 242 kilos. And then the bronze at 240 to Paredes, 105, 135, beating out Kim Su-hyeon by a kilo. Injuries to Meredith Alwine, unfortunately, from the USA. 103 she made in the snatch on her 3rd attempt. And her herself looked to be in her sort of high quad, high thigh on that 135 kilo opener. And that took her out for the clean and jerks. A pretty mixed bag of a session, really, that one, Max.
Yeah.
The expected winner, but totals maybe a little lower than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah, really a 246 total here, winning this. Obviously, a lot of athletes struggling with condition and shape, and Ahmed being injured.
Well, Egypt walk away now with their 2nd world champion. Their 2nd in 2 days. You know, yesterday it was Karim, today it's Ahmed. So she might be in pain, but she's all smiles in the back room, which is great to see. That's going to be it from us. We'll keep this going so that you can watch the medal ceremony. Max and I will be back in 50 minutes at the men's 102 kilo category. A very, very stacked session. Athletes like junior world record holder Yevgeny Tsikantsu. We have Olympic champion Miso Hasona. We have the new 102 from China, Liu Huanhua, as well as huge athletes from Armenia. It's Samuel Gasparian and Garrett Karapetian. Reza Dadar. I mean, so many well-known lifters. Artis Plesniaks. We're going to be back for that one in 50 minutes. We'll see you there.